Did I hear a TJ Lang?
I gotta remember to mute my mic sometimes when I'm not on the call.
The same thing I do with Doug.
Yeah, but it's like, get him, and then oh no, and then oh. Ooh. Yeah, I hate when it's me. Like, I don't mind it when I hear other people do it because, like, you want the live, you want the
home broadcast.
Yeah.
And the reaction.
I know. There's a couple times yesterday I was just, speaking a little bit too early, I would say. I normally turn my mic off while Dan does the call, and then come in after. But
I loved it. Look, it's a familiar sound, right? Dan Miller, these big hype calls. It's familiar. That feeling we finally got back after a lousy week one. It's familiar to see this offense just manhandle people. They had 8.8 yards per play. It's better than any game Ben Jansen was here for. And I think they made an emphatic statement like, we didn't need Ben. This is Dan Campbell's offense. We're going to get the train back on its tracks. Anybody panicking, calm down. A lot of work to be done, but we're not as bad as we looked in week one. TJ, after week one, we asked people, what was the worst from a lousy game? Mm-hmm. This week, we've been asking people, what was the best from a great game? And it may include winning on the Pope's birthday. A year ago, they beat Jerry Jones on his birthday. This year, noted Bears fan, the Pope. Watch the Lions come in and drop 50.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Celebrate your birthday, your Popeness.
I mean, I don't want to say any disparaging remarks towards the Pope. Hope he had a good birthday outside of those. About those 3 hours.
Good Catholic you are.
I'm not going to rub it in the Pope's face.
Yeah! That's right.
Happy birthday. Sorry about those 3 hours. Hope you enjoyed the other 21.
Yeah, but you can always go to confession later, right? I mean, that's the whole point of it.
Forgive us, Father.
Wow. Imagine the chant yesterday.
The fans
F the Pope.
Oh, God.
Now, see, you're the only one that went there. DJ. I know what you're doing at 10:02. Where's the nearest confessional?
Say a couple of Hail Marys there, bud. Best part.
What was the best?
Best part for me was seeing the explosive plays from the passing game. Because we heard about it all offseason, all training camp, how we want to stretch the field. Then you get into week one, and you're like, man, 30 pass attempts that Jared Goff had against Green Bay were 10 yards or less.
Yeah.
And you're like, what is this? Check downs, and, Jahmyr Gibbs had 10 catches for 30 yards. It's like, where's the explosive that we were, told was coming?
The breakout season for J-Mo.
Right.
Yeah.
And even though he had the only two catches yesterday, both of them, big plays.
Yep.
Amon-Ra, I mean, how multiple plays over the middle, 30 yards downfield, catching runs. Tesla, we mentioned that, explosive play. That's something that, will continue to help this offense. If you can stretch the field, if you get Tesla more snaps opposite of J-Mo, and you can really stretch both sidelines, you put a lot of stress on a secondary. And matched up with the protection, I think those were the best things for me. Offensively speaking, and defensively just kind of suffocating them in the third quarter, right, where you felt like, okay, you're going to get their best shot coming out of halftime. I think Chicago had 3 drives and like 22 yards in the third quarter. That really felt like, we've got our hands around their neck, now let's finish it. And watching them bounce back, of course, like we talked about earlier. I mean, Dan Campbell, it's been, 3 seasons since they've dropped back-to-back games.
Right.
Every year is a new team, so you're like, that doesn't automatically mean it's going to happen.
Doesn't carry over, and it could happen later this year. But
yeah, but to watch him get the guys ready. And
he challenged them.
Yeah. I mean, he said, we talked about it yesterday, he said, even, I don't want to say it felt like desperation mode, but when he said last week that, we're going to win this game, and then he said, we have to win this game. That kind of felt like, okay, like, that's a message to the team. And to completely see the opposite of Chicago, like a team that didn't look to me like they had their coaches back. They know their head coach is coming back to a team he just left after 4 years, had a lot of success.
You think you're
going to be hostile. You think
yeah.
I was kind of expecting a different level of intensity and urgency from Chicago that I didn't see. That I was like, okay, like they might be in for a rough one.
Yeah, I think when you compare the two games, Green Bay and Chicago, and it's. You mentioned the 3 seconds that Goff had to throw the ball, but there was nothing downfield. And you look at the explosive plays, there were 6 receivers with at least 1 catch of more than 10 yards. Like, all of a sudden now that opens things up for the run game. But I think the biggest difference was that offensive line was really working together. They passed off a lot of games. And if you're not getting home with one-on-one matchups, what do you go to? You go to games. You go to TE stunts. You bring linebacker dogs. And it really felt like they were all on the same level to be able to pass those games off. Mm-hmm. And it just was good to see those young guys build a little confidence in a game like that where, okay, yes, I can, if there's an ET stunt, right? All of a sudden my eyes go outside. Now I pick it up from Penei Sewell. The wrapper goes around and Penei Sewell picks it up, which you expect him to do. But now all of a sudden, because it all started with better guard play, now there's some confidence that this line is growing and developing.
Yeah. And I was encouraged after watching the Packers game, to be honest with you, what I saw from Mahogany and Ratledge. Like, definitely the plays that we talked about, the misassignments or miscommunications hurt, but there was a lot in that game that you look at just physically speaking, and you're like, man, they got something with these guys. These guys are starting NFL linemen, right? Mm-hmm. And they're young players, and they're only going to continue to get better.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell. I mean, John, I know you'll go back and watch like the end zone copy as I will, but you're right. I mean, it looked like a dominant game from that offensive line, and really biggest thing about this team for the last couple of years has been this: they're going to go where the offensive line takes them, right? How this offense is designed and what they bring to the team and the tempo that they set, the tone that they set. And yesterday looked like a reminder that even though they have 3 new pieces on that interior, that it's still a group that can go out there and dominate. So it's good to see them get the confidence and remind themselves that okay, we're still dominant, right?
When you go on the road to Green Bay, that communication a lot of times going to have to be nonverbal. And I talked about that a lot last week. How do they fix that going to Baltimore? Where at home, right, it's, hey, we can communicate. I could talk to you. You can have a conversation if you wanted to. But going to Baltimore, you and I both know, like, if you're my guard, you could be screaming at me, and I'm not going to hear it.
Yeah.
So how do they fix the nonverbal communication? I don't know if there was any conversations that you've had with Dan or with Hank or with some of those guys where this is some of the issues we had with communication.
Yeah, I would say the biggest thing for me would be tempo.
Yeah.
It even happened a couple times yesterday where you're breaking the huddle at 7 seconds, you're getting to the line, and you're stressed, right? You don't have time to diagnose the defense. Hey, I was expecting an overfront. They gave us an under. We got to commit. Oh, the ball snapped because the play clock's at 1. Yeah. That happened a lot in the Green Bay game too, where you could just tell with the operation and the limited time that they had, it was like, we got to snap the ball now. You don't have time to look at the guy next to you, look at the guy to the left and say,
and make a communication.
Hey, let's do the ball snapped, and then you kind of freeze a little bit. So I think Chicago tried to do it, early in the game and just kind of going up tempo and getting to the line of scrimmage, making your calls up there, diagnosing the defense, because a lot of times that stresses the defense out as well. They're not going to make super complex calls if you have to get to the line of scrimmage right away, because you don't have enough time to communicate that to 10 other guys, right? If you're the linebacker trying to call the play. So I would think that would be part of my game plan this week is let's hit them with a little bit of tempo and try to make them vanilla on defense and just make simple calls up front. Give ourselves time to communicate that. So that I think that would help out a lot.
Great point.
We got a buffet of options for you. You could love what you saw up front on the offensive line. You could love Jared Goff. I mean, that's a product of the offensive line. I mean, he was unbelievable. You could love that you stuck it to Ben Jansen. You could love the chants. You could love Jared Goff's attempted leap into the stands.
I think we prefer TJ's chant.
That's the Pope. Look, you got 4 sacks. Both safeties got turnovers. You stuffed Caleb.
Rhetorical, John.
You stuffed Caleb on a couple 4th downs. There's a lot to choose from today, and we will get your phone calls coming up next right out of the gate. Your favorite part, the best part of that Lions bounce back. It's 97.1.